Hi guys, good evening. Sunday tomorrow morning. I got a couple of reviews and feedback from a lot of our members. You know that you're spending a lot of time at home on the laptop. Or spending time with your mobile phone. So a general position for most of us is bent forward, looking down, droopy shoulders. So decided to just for tomorrow, I'm looking at some shoulder mobility work, bringing in some exercises, some drills which you can do at home, which you can feel a little relaxed on your upper back, on your shoulders, and you can just release that fatigue which you've built up. A couple of drills you might find familiar, but again, you need to do that. Looking at doing at least 10 to 12 repetitions of each. You can do as many as 3, 4, 5 rounds of the whole, the pattern of movements I'm going to give you. I have roughly about 6 movements for you today. So do it at your pace. These ones are not about speed. These ones are not about pushing it for time. So just want you to take it easy. The accessory we need is only a towel. We did something similar a couple of days back, but I'm going to demonstrate it again. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a towel, a full length towel, roll it up nicely, and I want you to grab it from both ends. Now, this is my first position. When you're grabbing it, I want you to keep your knuckles facing in front. And when you're grabbing it, keep your elbows completely stretched out. So I'm completely locked out. And now, slowly, I want you to give me shoulder rotation. Now, you notice every time I'm rotating my shoulder, I am not bending my elbow. I see a lot of you sometimes when you're able to rotate, you find a little difficulty or challenge here. So you try to bend your shoulders and you take it back. So what you can do is in that case is you can try to take that grip further out and just give me slow 10 to 12 rotations. Like I repeated last time also, if you feel that this one is very, very comfortable, what you can do is you can bring your grip slightly inside. Again, the elbows always remain locked out. The closer the grip is, the challenging is going to get onto your shoulders. But the whole idea is not to make it too challenging also, where you try to really force your way through in giving me a rotation. Yeah, so be careful on that. Now that was the first one. The second one, taking forward from last week, I want you to take the towel back and grip the towel. Again, similar grip where you're holding it right on the outside. Now when you're holding it, if you notice, my knuckles are facing back. Yeah, and now from here, slowly, without bending your elbows, bring it forward. You might find this a little more challenging than the other one, but again, we need to keep it slow. We need to make these overthrows very, very slow. Again, give me 10 to 12 repetitions both ways. Yeah, that was your second movement. The third one, I'm just going to bring this phone slightly lower because I want you to have a better view of what I'm going to look at. What I want you to do is I want you to just leave your towel aside. I want you to come on your knees, stay up tall, and I want you to keep your arms straightened out. And now from here, I want you to really retract your shoulders back and forward, back and forward. I'm going to show you from the side. I'm going to pull those shoulders back and forward. I hope you're able to see it. Pull the shoulders back and forward. So the movement, it's only happening on my shoulders. And what you're going to find is the upper back, that we call it the wings, or my teens used to call this the creepy bones. Yeah, they call it the creepy bones. So what you need to do is you need to just pull, hold, and relax. Pull, hold, and relax. Important thing in this is your neck position. I don't want you to really move your neck. The movement is all around your shoulders. Every time you pull, I want you to give it a pause and then you release. That was your third movement. The fourth movement is something similar, but this time instead of keeping arms straight, I want you to keep your arms on the ground. And now from here, I want you to round your back and drop your shoulders. Round your back, drop your shoulders. Give you a better view from the side. Have a look. Round your back, drop your shoulders. Nothing is happening on my hip. I'm trying to keep my hip, my waist, my midline stable. I'm only focusing on rounding my back and dropping my shoulders. Rounding my back, dropping my shoulders. So the movement is only here. You might find a little restriction in when you're doing it. So go slow. I'm not expecting you to get it right in the first go itself. So you might take a little time in understanding this movement because these movements are new. You might find some stiffness because we are not used to it. We've got into what we call as back postures over the last few weeks, months, maybe spending a lot of time on the desk. So we've got into this back posture. So it's not going to happen correction not going to happen immediately. You might take time, so go slow. The whole idea is for you to do this, right? The last one, a movement on the floor again. I need the towel here. What I want you to do is, I want you to wrap this towel around, make a little cushion around it, okay? And I want you to just lie down with your face down and let your forehead rest onto the towel. Now, from here, relax your hands on the ground. My knuckles are touching on the ground, palms are facing up. Now, from here, I want you to just lift your shoulders up, rotate your arms and down. Let your head rest onto the towel every time. Up. So every time, if you notice, I think you're able to see it. What I want to do is, every time I lift my shoulder up, I want you to give a squeeze on your shoulders, rotate your arms. So if my shoulders are up, my knuckles are up, palms are facing down, and rotate back to the normal position. Give a feel as if you're wringing a towel, you're really squeezing that shoulder up. Do it about 10 to 12. Once you're done, those are your basic, drill work. Now I'm going to challenge you with one more movement today. We've done this, in our regular workouts. What I want you to do is, I'm going to give you two options. First option, I want you to keep both your hands down on the ground, feet on the ground, and I want you to just lift your hip up, stretch up and down. Easy, we've done this plenty of times. Yeah. We call it a regular crab stretch. For people who feel that they can take their body weight, what I want you to do is, I want you to sit in the same position, but instead of your both hands on the ground, I want you to keep one hand on the ground and the other hand comes in front. People who've done this before, they must be smiling, so I want you to really focus on this movement. From here, same movement, lift your hip up, pause, and down, up, and down. Once you're done, we switch hands, up, and down, up, and down. The single arm one will be a little challenging compared to both your arms. You will feel a lot of load coming onto your shoulders. If at any time you feel that you're not up to it, take it easy. Maybe do a few repetitions, just your body to get used to it. That's for the day. Again, I'll repeat, look at about doing 10 to 12 repetitions of each. Go slow, give yourself at least about 45 to 60 seconds of rest in between each sets, each movements. Do about 3 rounds, 4 rounds or 5 rounds. Totally depending on how you're comfortable, how you're feeling comfortable with your shoulders. You might not feel the stress, but you will feel a little more relaxed. If you can, I'd love to see some videos around. If you can send it across, if you want me to check the movements, or if you can just share the videos, I'd love to see what you guys are doing. All right, have a good Sunday and I'll see you later, guys. Bye bye.